Kids and cadets, welcome back to Tommy Time. Appreciate you coming out. We're going to look at this Bolens turd. Scrapper showed up last night about 9 o'clock. Said all he had was this Bolens. So he said it was missing the carb. So we'll discuss that. So we're going to put it up on the table. We're going to go to town, figure out what year it is. So in the meantime, I went to my junk section and stole this carb and backing plate off of this machine. So you probably see the automatic choke wafer. That doesn't go with this style carb. I just put this on here to hold it somewhere. This is marked with spray paint, so I know the engine's toast. We're going to steal this. I've already gone through and cleaned this carb. I did that off camera, took it off, blasted out the jet. So this looks like it's a long shaft. Don't know the engine size on this one, but hopefully the carburetor will match up. It's the 09 Papa 602 0078 Frank 1. This is a 500E 09 Papa 6020076 Frank 1. This is a 2019. It's probably the same shaft. This is 2016 maybe, or 18. It's hard to tell. We're going to use all that, the hardware and all that jazz. Snakey's going to guard it. Let me put this up on the lift and we'll go to town. This was a $10 unit. So there's one Mickey Mouse bolt holding the handle on. We'll discuss that. So it has a blade and it did spin freely. The model number on this Bolens is the 11 Alpha BOB Lima 765. Okay, let's get over here and get busy. Let me jack this thing up and we'll try to figure out why it's missing the carb. Tank's bone dry because there's no carb. All the gas has gone out. You can see it kind of stained the green paint. So this thing's a disaster. The pull rope here is pulling on the handle. Let me just take the pull rope off. And bring it down. Okay, so this is Mickey Mouse. Harvey the homeowner's been at it. Nothing on this side holding this at all. I just released the recoil. So probably Helga told Harvey, get that mower going. He went ahead and took off the carb, couldn't do anything with it, threw that in the trash. This went out to the street. My scrapper grabbed it. I'll show you the damage he did. He already, or I could tell already, he bent the linkage by pulling this out this way. He couldn't get the linkage unhooked, and he just bent the shit out of it. So let's try to put a carb on and see if this thing does anything. It's a good indication that it had running issues. He tried to clean the carb, couldn't figure out how to do it, and just gave up. Let me just take the dipstick off. It's got extremely clean oil, really clean. Maybe put fresh oil in it, thinking it was going to cure the fuel issue. Let's buzz off the recoil, and I'll show you the damage he's done. So we got a ways to go just to test this thing out. The blade did spin 360. I tried that last night. Recoil seems to be in good condition. We'll oil that up. Some lawn debris sitting outside in the rain. Got some rust. This is bent, so we got to try to straighten this thing out. And that's bent. So I'm just going to steal the linkage off of the other machine. I could just bend this one straight. I suppose it'll be close enough. I'll just do that. A little tweak there, but that's not going to amount to anything. Okay, let me grab the carb, the backing plate, and all the screws. Snaky, you come with us. Clucky, you keep an eye on him. Snaky's been ornery lately. So like I said, I'm hoping the jetting on that junk machine is going to be sufficient for this one. Doesn't surge. Okay, that's on. Let's see, what's the tank inside of the tank look like? No debris. Let me get my air gun. I want to blast that clean and blast the top of the gas tank. While the recoil's off, I'm going to grab my 10mm with an extension and just check the head bolts. Okay, that one was tight. That one was a little loose. A little bit loose. And that one was tight, pretty tight, so. Put the tank down, I'll put the hose on the carb. Let me grab a pair of channel locks, put the hose clamp. Okay, that's in place. I hope the bracket lines up. We're going to find out here in a second. Going to take a little oil and put it up here so the next technician can get this nut off if he's got to change out the keyway. Let me throw a little oil on the recoil. Kind of coat the metal spring. They get rusty and snap. We don't want any snappage. 2-year limited warranty on Bolens. Oh, they're pretty confident in themselves. Okay, let's see what we're doing. Let's see if the holes line up. So we are pretty close. I think we can do it the way it sits. I don't have to bend anything. Oh, clucky. Sorry, clucky. Okay, I gotta put my 7mm bit on. I'll come over here so I'm not blocking you. Forward is F. So what do you think the chances this thing will start with some fresh fuel? You think our primary issue was maybe a dirty carburetor or bad fuel? Okay, that lined up perfectly on the sheet metal. This one's close enough. Recoil time. So the only thing that might bite us is the handle flopping around. But maybe we can make do. I might be able to grab at least one bolt. To try to stabilize the handle. I got some fresh fuel right here. Let me give it a drink. That's enough to start and demonstrate that it's a fine running machine. Let me lower the table. And see if the unit starts and if the jetting is correct. I'm hoping for a one-shot Annie. This thing starts and I don't have to mess around with it. Okay, Clucky, I gotta move you. Okay, hold on, Clucky. Okay. Let me get a bolt for the handle. Dino, you're over here all alone. So I had a guy message me a few days ago. He said, do you have any small mowers, non-running? So I thought, well, maybe this guy wants to try to rebuild it or needs parts. So then he said, my son is 6 and he's getting too big to push the plastic toy mower. I want to get him a real one. So I came up with a dead Bolens, took the blade off, took the carb off, and took the recoil cup off so you could still pull the recoil, but it wasn't grabbing anything. So he could pretend he was starting it, but it wouldn't be grabbing the pawls. So Dad showed up, grabbed it. I didn't charge him anything. I just gave it to him. He said, how much? I says, have a nice day. Continue to tip your waitress and wait staff. So the kid may be a landscaper when he grows up. Who knows? Or a lawn technician. But cool idea on the dad. Get a dead machine for the kid to push. So that worked out. He wanted the center push bar here that you find on a baby 20. This one doesn't have it, but he wanted the kid to be able to push from the middle bar position. He could reach that. Probably couldn't reach the top handle at this point. Maybe if he was 12, but if he's 12, he's going to be pushing a real one and maybe making some money in the neighborhood. So I guess it's building his upper body strength right now. Okay, so just put a bolt in here temporarily. Let's prime this. And see if Harvey sabotaged this. So that turned out well. The carburetor seems to be jetted appropriately for the 500E. I just got to get some handle bolts. Why don't I grab a handle bolt kit and I'll show you the part number if you guys ever get one of these. I bought like 10 of these kits from Arnold. They've been quite helpful. The butterfly plastic nuts. Hold on. Oh, I gotta go. Sorry, you guys. I'll put the Arnold part number down below. Somebody just pulled up to look at some mowers. Adios, amigos. Tip you waitress and waitstaff.